Did you know the governing class is Luciferians? They try to make white people seem like the most masculine, and they're LGBT people. Okay, and they have a massive network of people that help them uphold their culture. That's why they came wearing wigs in colonialism. That's why they gave people control so many things: entertainment, fashion, the news, etc., and on and on. Now, I'm gonna have to do this in several clips, okay? Because no one's helping me, and they're making it hard for me to write things down on things. So, let's get into this. All right. So we're at Isaiah 31. Woe to those who rely on Egyptian sorcery, relying on chariots and horses, strength, mere flesh and not God. They will fall. God will be like a lion over his prey, like birds hovering over Zion, protecting it. He will pass over. Assyria will fall by the sword. This is the key in Isaiah 31. Okay. Now remember, they're not talking, a lot of people are thrown off by this. They're not talking about Jesus come back literally on a cloud. They're not talking about God using people to kill other people and take over the world. Those are the Luciferians. Those are the people outside the gates. The earth will fall to the realm of the dead, is what Isaiah 24 showed us. Okay. 32. The kingdom of righteousness. See, a king will reign in righteousness, and rulers with justice. Each a shelter from the wind, a refuge from the storm. Okay, so the rulers will rule in righteousness and justice. Okay, so what has happened is the top martial artist order, because this is Isaiah, remember, Old Testament, every generation, okay, ruled in righteousness and justice on behalf of God, though society didn't recognize him. That's what the Bible means when it says Satan is the god of this world. Okay, the whole world's under control of the evil one in one of the Johns, 1 John or something. Okay, and Satan leads the whole world astray. Okay, and Satan offered Jesus the kingdoms of the world because the true divine order of God is not publicly recognized. Okay, so when you look at my royal line from Nigeria, okay, there's, it was a subtly spiritual ruling line. Okay, the world never recognized it. Even now, people who are related to me, I'd imagine, are considered rulers of this tribe, the tribe I'm from, but they're, they don't recognize the martial art line. Okay, that's very important to know. Okay, but all of them, if they're being honest, would recognize me as being from the royal family. It's interesting how that worked out. That's a long story why the Igbos are the exception. It has to do with the difference between a tribal king and a wealthy colonialist wicked king, among other things. Okay. All right, where are we here? All right, so each is sheltered from the from the storm. Okay, the servant, I will open eyes that are blind and help people hear. No more will the fool be called noble. That's part key, right? No more will the fool be called noble. Okay. The fearful in heart will understand. Okay. Those who plot wicked schemes and destroy the poor with lies, okay, especially attractive women and so on and so forth, right? They say you're out of her league, you can't afford them, and so on and so forth. When in reality, all that is petty. Okay, they can't afford the righteous because they don't have heart. So they're going to go sleep with wicked devils and go to hell. And you can imagine there's a bunch of immature people. They're not the top martial artists. They're not the son of two doctors, one a brain surgeon who came here as a refugee, worked his way up, son. Okay, I'm from the smartest line, the wisest line on the planet. You think the average kind of opinion matters? Some cocky dime a dozen rich coward? There's like several million millionaires in America, right? You think another rich bitch's opinion matters? They're a dime a dozen these days. Okay? Now think about how many rich people there are in the world. How many rich people there have been. Okay, they're all fucking idiots. Okay, my opinion is the only opinion that really matters when there is a conflicting opinion. Okay, you know what I'm saying? You can listen to pedophiles and their servants. No servant can be greater. You people couldn't overcome the spirit of pedo-sadism, pedophilia, child molesting, and sexual sadism. You couldn't overcome the spirit of homosexuality. Okay, read Leviticus. Read the story of Lot. You know what I'm saying? Are we to put the opinions of sissies who can't overcome homosexuals' demands over the Son of God? It's fucking preposterous, right? Anyway, where was I? All right. But the fruit of the righteous will be peace with God, not with man. All right, 32, distress and hell. When the destroyer is done destroying, he will be destroyed. When the betrayer stops betraying, he will be betrayed. The plunder of nations will be harvested by young locusts, right? Like the people are like swarms of locusts, the people will pounce on it. Okay, so remember the people of Egypt, it was Egypt or Cush, were compared to swarms of locusts. All right, the Lord is exalted, he dwells on high. He will fill Zion with justice and righteousness, the salvation and knowledge. The key to this is the fear of the Lord. Rebels conceive chaff and straw. Their breath is a fire that consumes them. They are burned. Okay, so they're lies. They're going back to whose opinion matters. People saying, "Oh, she's out of your league." Females saying, "I'm not interested in you." Females saying they have a boyfriend and so on and so forth. Okay, obviously, I prefer single women, but in this day and age, everyone's fucking dating a devil. If the Son of God asks you on a date, for example, and I'm not asking anyone these days, okay, and you're dating a fucking devil, what do you think a woman should do? Okay, should I have to explain why that is? It's fucking retarded. Should I have to explain that other people's opinion on this matter doesn't matter? That there's a bunch of immature people say, "Oh, he just can't get laid." You know what I'm saying? Obviously, I'm still a pretty attractive guy, okay? And we consider who I am. If I can't get laid, it's not my problem. It's females' fucking problem. They're dating pedophiles and assorted fucking punks. Rock and roll guys, drug addicts. We can go through the fucking list. Jocks. Look at every type of person in the culture is allowed. It's fucking pathetic. Okay? Anyway, so their breath burns them, right? Who can dwell with the everlasting fire? Okay? The one who speaks what is right. The righteous say what is right. And they reject gain from extortion. So these people refuse my ill-gotten gain argument. Okay, the only way to redeem yourself is to be right with me. You're all cheating me out of my right to lead. Everything that you have is ill-gotten gains. There's a spectrum of attitudes when people benefit from extortion and ill-gotten gains and being the infrastructure of the New World Order and so on and so forth. There's a spectrum. Some people are complete assholes. Some people try to smooth over. No, it's not like that. And act like bitches, okay? There's a spectrum. Okay, you all benefit from it. And then you convince the attractive women that they're better off dating fucking scum. Can you imagine me raising my daughter to be a gold-digging, conformist, punk-ass bitch? Okay, it's fucking stupid. People don't use their fucking heads. They're like animals, the beasts of the field that perish, what the Bible says about them. They accept the mark of the beasts of the field, the sheeple for the devil, being herded by the devil. Okay, the wolf pack, and so on and so forth. All right. See, we're over here. All right. I guess we're on 34. Judgment against the nations. The Lord is angry with all nations. All right. The Lord is angry with all nations. His wrath is on all their armies. He will totally destroy them. He will give them over to slaughter. The slain will be thrown out. The mountains soaked in blood. The stars dissolve. The starry hosts will fall. The vine leaves wither. There's shriveled figs. My sword has drunk its fill in the heavens. It descends on Edom, a people totally destroyed already. Okay, so this helps you understand in Jeremiah 50 and other places that are similar in the Bible. When they're talking about destroying them, he's talking about destroying them spiritually. Okay, he's talking about finishing them off. He's like, they're destroyed already. They're pitiful. Look at them. They're scum. Look at them. They're betas. They're Urkels. They're Pee Wee Hermans. They're Harry Potters. They're WWF guys. They're brutes. They're sissies. Okay, they're outside the gates already. They're destroyed. They're not connecting to God. They're not spiritually alive. Right? The body without the spirit is dead in James. Okay, just like faith without works is dead. The body without the spirit, or just like the body without the spirit is dead. Faith without works is dead. Well, I took way longer in this video than I want, and they're giving me a hard time about uploading videos over 10 minutes. Several days trying to upload them. So let me just end it here. Right, so Bozrah is a sacrifice, Edom a great slaughter. Okay, they have to pay. The Lord's vengeance to uphold Zion's cause must occur. Okay, Edom's streams will be turned to pitch, her dust into burning sulfur. Her land will become blazing pitch. Okay, so it's going to become hell, right? The lakes of hell, right? So hell's on earth. The earth is being transformed into hell. This is consistent with Isaiah 24 as well. It will not be quenched night or day. Its smoke will rise forever from generation to generation. It will be devastated. It will be desolate. No one will pass through it again. Okay, so again, the earth is going down to the realm of the dead. Right? And they talk about the screech owl, the desert owl. Right, Lilith is associated with them, the great owl, and so on and so forth. The raven will dwell there. Raven associated with Odin. God stretches out the measuring line of chaos and the plume of desolation. Okay. There's no worthy people there. It'll be called a haunt for jackals. Again, Set is the deity of chaos and confusion and storms, and he's associated with a jackal among a lot of other animals. But the jackal's the main depiction we see him in. All right. So the desert creature will have its mates there. Okay. The redeemed. So we go to 35. Joy of the redeemed. The desert and wilderness will rejoice. God will come with vengeance and with divine retribution. The Almighty, the Almighty with no unclean fools traveling it. Zion will rejoice with him, singing everlasting joy with crowns over their heads. Okay.